Hello, everyone. Mike Me back here with KTV and Fox 2 in the San Francisco Bay Area. And I'm joined by Kevin and Liz Yavaram from Elite Performance Gym in Fremont, California. We're going to have this great conversation because I know you two are doing great things when it comes to feeding America, but also for the healthcare workers out there on the front line. But I want to go a little history on the gym itself. It's recently new. What, you guys started this in 2018, and Liz, I'll just open it up to you because you guys were both in totally separate, different industries.
Yeah. So pretty much, I was an engineer for 8 years, and I was living in California. And I've always had this dream about opening up a gym. I just didn't know what to do, and to be honest, I didn't have the courage to do it. And long story short, Kevin's from New York. We met in Vegas, and we recently got married, and we decided to open up this gym, and now we're here. So that's what we're doing now, is just helping people transform their lives, not only physically, but just making them feel good about themselves.
Yeah, Kevin, tell me about this. So last week, you guys decided to launch kind of a program aimed at helping healthcare workers. Let's talk about it. What is it?
Yeah, so what we're doing is that we're actually giving out free virtual training to all healthcare workers out there. We know for myself, my background was I've been a nurse for 5 years. I worked on the med surg unit, I worked on the ER unit. So I know firsthand how hard it was to getting in a fitness regimen, waking up super early in the morning, working those long hours, especially in the ER. They tell you you're gonna work 12 hours, but when your colleagues are in need of help and emergencies are happening, those 12 hours turn even into 16-hour days. So what we're doing with our fitness training is that we've actually made it all virtual. So it's kind of like an in-person, the best experience possible that you're going to be having, where we're doing HIIT classes, we're doing boot camp style classes. We're following up with our clients, just making sure that their experience is just almost identical to in-person training.
And Liz, what's the reaction been like? I mean, has it been kind of slow? I mean, it's only been, what, a week and a half or so, but do you have a lot of healthcare workers actually getting involved here?
Yeah, actually, surprisingly, we just posted on Instagram last week, and now we have 73 healthcare workers. And it's not just in California, they're all over the place. So it kind of blew up. I guess they found us through Instagram, Facebook, as well as something called Average Social Life, which I never heard of. So in just 1 week, we got 73 people, healthcare workers, signed up for it. So they've been loving it. And it's just amazing how the power of social media can connect everyone. And I'm happy, and they're really grateful for us to be able to help them out.
So are you both kind of like, as trainers, are you leading these classes, or do you have trainers that already work for you guys that are leading the classes here?
Yeah, so right now, just myself and Liz, we're the only ones that are doing the training at the moment. And how we do it
That's
is
not
that
unfortunate. That's amazing. That's great.
no,
Stop.
yeah, I know because it's really good for us to kind of reconnect back with our clients, and like we always tell our clients, we wish that we can get back in person. Then, because for us too, we're both in-person people. We love connecting with people, but hey, we got to work with what we got, and virtual is the way to go at the moment. Usually, how it goes, I'll be coaching the classes. Liz will be taking the class. Sometimes she'll be doing 2 classes a day, and then when she's a little bit drained out, then I'll be taking the class. So then that's how we do it. And we program the classes in a way where it's going to be challenging our clients, but it's also going to be an effective way for anyone at any single fitness level to do. We have our clients that range from ages 18 to our oldest client, which is close to 70,
75.
Close to 75 years old, that's still doing these boot camp classes. So we make it very, very, what's the word, just applicable for any single age.
Yeah. Let me
So
tap back into what you said. Go ahead. Yeah. Let me tap back, Kevin, real quick, because you said you do have that healthcare background as a nurse in New York, especially. I mean, you've seen the images out there. I'm just curious your reaction to what's going on in New York City, across the state, and just how hard hit they've been by this pandemic.
Yeah, so yeah, I have all my family is there. So I was born and raised in Queens, New York. I started off my nursing career there. I worked at Columbia Presbyterian there my whole life, both in med surg and ER. Just seeing the images that's kind of going on, it's very, it's disturbing to see it. It's very sad to see everything that's happening there too. And like I'm still in contact with a lot of my nursing buddies and a lot of colleagues. Like one of my cousins, he's actually a nurse. My sister is actually a nurse too as well. And I have one of my best friends. He just became a nurse. So I have a lot of families and friends who are nurses, and what they're telling me that it's real deal that what's going on, what they're saying on the news, how crazy it is. The one thing that I've noticed is that once we actually extended out this fitness and virtual training to them, they're saying it's kind of like a sign of help that, it's helping them to kind of get back into a routine because they've noticed that it's only been just going to work, doing this, staying away from certain people just because they don't want to spread this virus. And it's just been ongoing. It's been like an onslaught over there too. And then they've told us personally, like it's just amazing what we're doing. And it's just like the least that we can do to just because they're at the front line for us. And if it weren't for them fighting for us, and them actually helping us get back into reality, I don't know where we would be. So, all our hands and, I salute all of them, each and every single day. I'm super grateful to still have them and everyone around there in healthcare to like helping us out.
Yeah, I get my oldest sister. She's a nurse in California, and she tells me stories of just these nonstop days, and it's not even close to what your family members are experiencing there. But same thing, and she relies a lot on at the end of her shift, she would go to the gym. That was her vent, her out. I got to get this out of my system. I had a long day, so I understand. Do you see, Liz, the importance of what you're doing? Like when you're actually teaching the classes, or you see the reaction?
Yeah. The thing that, I mean, a lot of our clients have even said they've even lost weight, but it's not that. It's just, they just tell us they just feel good. They feel like, hey, I finally get those endorphins in. I feel great. And they're always like, thank you for making me feel good. Like, this is my outlet. This is my me time. So them saying that is like, that's more important. Like the mental aspect is more important than physical. So we're just very grateful that we're able to be that outlet for other people.
Yeah. What's the so I know on top of that, you're helping, Feed America here, Kevin. What are you guys doing in regards to donating meals?
Yeah, so then actually Liz knows a little bit more in regards to the Feeding America.
Yeah, so basically how it works is like if let's say you're a member, you take our virtual training. Yeah. If you need one friend or a family member to try out our virtual classes, we're going to donate 10 meals to Feeding America.
Wow.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all we're doing. Yeah, so pretty much it's just, if you have someone work out, we'll donate some meals. So our goal is to donate 2,000 meals by the end of May. And that's something that, we decided to do just because we understand this is a hard time for everybody, not just small business. There's small businesses, there's other people that really can't eat. So we just figured, hey, work out with us, we'll donate some meals.
I'm excited to talk to you next week. You'll have some other brilliant idea. And you guys
yeah.
Giving back and back. It's amazing. But Liz, you mentioned being a small business. I'm curious. I mean, you guys are 2 years in. How is it? How has it been on your end? Just trying to keep a door open, if it's even. I mean, it's not open there in Fremont, right? No one can work out in person, and it's going to be, I guess, a few more weeks, if not months, in California.
Yeah. It's definitely hit us, but what we did right away is we were like, okay, guys, we have a plan. We're doing online training. We're doing everything live. So we had to pivot real quick and just do that. Yes, it's not exactly the same. Yes, it's hit us, but luckily we have very supportive clients that trust us. So we have that niche where they have been following us. They have been supporting us.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin, you ever think about getting back into nursing,
Everyone always asks that question.
Yeah, I think even my parents to this day, they're always asking me, to be honest and being completely honest, I don't see myself ever going back into healthcare. And the reason being is, I have a huge passion for just helping people. And I just feel as if like fitness and health is one of those areas where a lot of people, they don't really pay too much attention to, I noticed me firsthand when I used to work out and go into the gym each and every single day and work and go to the ER, hands down, I would never get sick. And the reason being is that I feel as if my immune system was really, really strong, and it just helped me kept on going too. And again, nothing against nurses, nothing against doctors, I believe that that's the reason why I ended up getting pushed into fitness and nutrition, because if we're able to kind of prevent people from going into the hospital by just doing some lifestyle changes, like controlling their diet, portion control, just coming in with a fitness regimen, drinking some water, just doing something, even with your mindset, we can prevent them from going into the hospital. So that's one less stressor that we can be doing for our healthcare workers out there.
And just to follow up on that, I mean, the key ingredient here, what's the real big important thing for healthcare workers? Because they may at the end of the day, I mentioned my sister, but hey man, she's just not today. I'm not going to go work out. And maybe that goes to another day and another day, but There is something to say about getting that stress out of your body. What's one thing, if there is someone watching this who's in the healthcare industry, who's out there on the front lines, but who isn't doing this, not just your class, but just who isn't exercising anymore, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I would say the main thing too is to come up with like a routine and just schedule it in. You know, because I feel as if now what a lot of people would, they've been in quarantine for so many days, is that their schedule and their routine got thrown off. They don't know what time to wake up. They don't know whether they should be business up top, party on the bottom. You know, they don't know what's going on. So, you know, I think the best thing that's helped us out a lot is just coming up with routines, scheduling in when you're going to work out, for how long you're going to work out too. And then what we like to do is we do something called the 90-20. So what the 90-20 is that we do 90 minutes of work, whether it be following up with clients, whether it be calling people, coming up with programs. And then after that 90 minutes hit, we take a 20-minute mental break, whether it is just to go move around your body, drink some water, go for a drive, whatever it is too. We've noticed that actually increased a better flow state and concentration state. But when we get back into the flow things, it's like we just took like an hour nap, and it gets us rejuvenated. It helps bring up the endorphins, lower down your cortisol levels. So it's been going great.
Yeah. So pretty much for the healthcare workers, just do something, because I know a lot of them been telling me, like, I haven't even been able to work out this week. Like, hey, do you want to work out? If not, go for a walk. Just move your body, do something, just to get that body moving and just for our mental state.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I'm kind of used to be a gym rat. I mean, I like going to the gym, but now it's 100 push-ups a day, you know, in the room here. I'll go for a run, but I don't even like running. I like force myself to do 2 miles. I usually like to do the stationary bike, but now I don't have one, so I'm out there running. But I get it. I understand the importance of it. For especially the mental aspect of it. So hey, if someone is interested in doing these virtual free training classes, is there a website they can get out to? You want to let them know?
Yeah, for sure. So if you want to try our virtual training, you can email us elite@eliteperformancegyms.com, or you can follow us on Instagram too, eliteperformance_gym. And like I said, if you try it out, you'll be feeding America, and hey, you'll be getting a good workout in.
Copy that. Kevin and Liz Guevara, you guys are doing great things there at Elite Performance Gym in Fremont, California. Thanks for taking the time. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
problem. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and for all our viewers out there, I'm just going to let them know you can always find more information as well as interviews like this on the website coronavirusnow.com. Thank you again, both.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you
so much.
much.
Thank you.